In today's era, education is not only confined to reading or writing, it is now linked to the holistic development of the children. This is the reason SPM English School Pune is leaving no stone unturned. With this in view, we help students to experiment with their knowledge and are providing them with different opportunities to showcase their skills and enhance their thinking capability. Let's leave behind the old methods of teaching and catch up with the new trend, that is learning by doing. And hence our entire efforts and focus was to achieve this goal. Learning Materials Exhibition in Genius was organized by the pre-primary and primary teachers under the able guidance of our headmistress, Mrs. Rama Kulkarni. Learning materials for various subjects and different levels were curated by the teachers. Language learning is an active process that begins at birth and continues throughout life. All students can be successful learners. Responsibility for language learning is shared by students, parents, and teachers. Students require ongoing opportunities to use language in many forms. Well, language learning is a hard task which sometimes can be frustrating. Listening, speaking, reading, and writing are the basics of the language learning setup. The four capabilities that allow an individual to comprehend and produce spoken language for effective communication. On the basis of this, in kindergarten, we develop this LSRW skills in the form of dramatization, storytelling, puppetry, role play, etc. Well-chosen games are like assets that they give the students a chance to practice language skills in a fun way. Using games is one of the most important ways to teach effectively in a language class. Games prepare young learners for life and they acquire positive social attributes. So, this kind of learning is lasting. The concept of walk and talk can be changed to walk and learn. Mathematics is one of the common subjects that we study since our childhood. It is generally used in our daily life. Maths is all around us and in everything we do. When students think of fun memories of school, maths class likely won't be the first to pop into their heads. But that doesn't have to be the case. Maths is important and it helps young children to develop their mathematical thinking. There are approaches that can enliven your maths lessons. And that is exactly what we teachers have curated here. At the pre-primary level, maths is measuring, sorting, building, noticing patterns, as well as counting and knowing the names of shapes. There are many activities to incorporate these concepts into everyday moments. Fun games and activities to learn maths concepts like fractions, multiplication, division, etc. were curated by the primary teachers to understand these concepts that often seem to be boring. Learning maths through games will engage students, and by doing so, they will understand complex concepts and become learners for life. If kids have a favorite question, it's probably why. School students are naturally curious, which makes science an ideal subject for them to learn. Here, we make science fun and exciting for students by encouraging their natural curiosity and teaching them how to find answers for themselves. After all, much of science is investigating why. Why does a caterpillar form into a chrysalis? Why does glitter scatter when in contact with soap? Why does paper float and stones sink in water? At the pre-primary level, we have forayed in making sensory materials. Sensory materials is any material a child plays with which stimulates their 5 senses. Like scientists, kids can sharpen their observation skills and learn to make efforts to uncover the answers. Whether they want to be engineers or not, most of the kids are fascinated by the way things work. Here, we give students an opportunity to explore their world and discover new things. It is also an active subject containing fun activities and DIY experiments. By doing so, students get an hands-on experience of how it works and the reason behind it. History is a story of people on our planet. It is the human story. It is a story of changing human cultures, politics, lifestyles, beliefs, and creativity. One reason I think history is important is just that it is a fun subject and sometimes very exciting. It's like being a time detective, hunting through the records and looking for clues that might help build up a picture of what happened long ago. The way things are now is a consequence of the things that happened in the past. Here, to make the study of history more interesting, we created timelines on walls. Timeline is a geographical representation of events arranged in a chronological order. Remembering things in a chronological order can often be a tedious task for students, which is made easier by these timelines painted on the walls. Timeline of Shivaji Maharaj, evolution of man, and prominent leaders of Maharashtra are portrayed here. For an abstract subject like geography, we thought that the children should get the grasp of this subject with touch, feel, and fit way. Thus, the conceptualization of the magnetic maps of India, Maharashtra, and Pune city took shape. Teaching various myriad concepts on maps like cash crops, rivers, fabrics, etc. were indeed exhilarating. We have thus created magic on magnets. In the pre-primary, geography was introduced in a fun way. Activities related to festivals were introduced. In this way, students will understand our customs and traditions. Narration of stories for each festival enhances their knowledge. We also encourage kids to participate in various cultural activities. We hope that geography and history won't be boring and only taught through textbooks, and the children feel enthusiastic learning through play and learn methods. Learning by doing will make our students more confident, creative, future ready, and learners for life.